Do.
Oh, hello.
It's daylight.
It is daylight. It's so bright.
Oh my god.
I'm standing up. I'm not even sitting down.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Proud of me for standing up for one. I look so much taller than you. Like, let me adjust the camera there. Oh, I need to get like a better camera.
If you look behind me, you can tell that I've been doing some shit in my office, and you can tell like I have this big baseball case up top that has like my favorite pop vinyls in it, and they are back in their boxes, packed away now.
If you look behind me here, I have shit piled up. Look, it's my Oculus, my Rock Band box, a whole bunch of other shit.
Rock band. I
haven't played. I had wrist surgery last year, remember? So I couldn't really play for like the longest time.
Yeah, I remember.
Anyway, so we're back.
We're back from
back live video. This is not an audio only one, although if you are listening to this on podcast form, you can't see us. But you can always watch the replay on our YouTube.
You can. I don't know. We don't have a actual
They don't give us. They won't let us have a direct link. But if you want, watch it. You subscribe to it. Just subscribe to it. Just Google. Just throw in Marc and JD. You'll find us. It's not hard. It's really not.
No, it's not. You can search Marc and JD. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
and then Twitch and all that other shit.
Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Right? TikTok.
Are we live on Facebook too?
Yeah, we're live on everything.
Oh, jeez. We're going to get sued.
For what?
I don't know. Today should be fun.
Anyway, we got time today on a Saturday afternoon of all times to talk about some shit. Stuff that's gone down. Like WWE releasing Bray Wyatt, which was a shock. It just came out like an hour ago or so.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense that they would do that, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess they don't really have a use. I mean, you would think they would have a use for someone like him. The Fiend was pretty popular, sold a lot of merch,
That's what I'm saying. Like, they say it's a budget cut, right?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Is it really a budget cut, though? The dude, he sells so much merch. No matter what they're paying, the merch that he brings back has got to be a huge amount. So I don't understand why they would say that.
Well, why would they release Braun Strowman then? At the same point, he sold a lot of merch too.
Strowman is apparently dealing with some sort of leg problem. Like he's like 15% disabled in one of his legs.
Really?
He wrote something on Instagram about it like this week.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Not really sure.
So apparently, WWE merchandise in 2021 top sellers are Bad Roman Reigns, and number 3 is The Fiend Bray Wyatt.
And he hasn't wrestled all year, right? Like he's wrestled once.
What, WrestleMania?
Did he? I didn't even watch WrestleMania. Did he wrestle at WrestleMania?
Didn't he wrestle Randy Orton or something? I don't remember.
Maybe.
Becky Lynch is number 4. She hasn't wrestled in what, a year? Over a year? John Cena.
Yeah, you're right. He
literally just came back.
Randy Orton at WrestleMania Night 2. That was the last time he's legitimately wrestled. From what I hear, he took the death of Brody Lee really hard, and I can understand that. I can understand that they were pretty close. The whole Wyatt family, they were all pretty close, and he just maybe he's realized that wrestling isn't real. He wants to spend the rest of his life. Maybe he's married now. He's got 2 kids.
He's married to JoJo. He's married to JoJo,
right?
Who just had his baby boy. I think.
I'm not sure.
Probably. I don't remember if it's a boy or girl.
Probably wants to do something like doesn't require a shitload of travel.
Maybe he'll go move to what's his name's farm, Bo Dallas's farm. It's his brother.
Maybe Bo Dallas is doing just fine. Apparently, he's a real estate guy.
Yeah, but he owns a farm with Liv Morgan, which is really weird to me. That pairing I've never thought I'd ever see. Are
they married?
They're not married. They're together though.
Oh,
apparently. I mean, All these things that we're talking about are rumors, other than the release of Bray Wyatt. That is 100% factual. And Bo Dallas does own a farm,
Yes,
allegedly with
100%
Liv Morgan.
factual.
So, the Bray Wyatt thing's kind of just considering how he was factored into WrestleMania, not this year, but the year before. He had probably one of the most prolific WrestleMania moments of the last probably 10 years with that John Cena thing.
The
And
whole thing with the Fiend was crazy. I know it wasn't booked very well in terms of storylines and things like that, and never really defined what his limits were, and could he lose? Like, did he feel pain, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But he was a major dude. He's the number 3 merch seller for somebody who's barely wrestled this year. That's saying something.
people like horror stuff, though. I mean, you have to think about that too. People do like horror stuff. So,
But he was never a top merch seller, I don't think.
not before the
as
Fiend,
Bray
no.
Wyatt, right? Not as
No.
the Fiend is just crazy. And then bringing Alexa into the whole thing too, and changing her whole character over.
Mm-hmm.
So
which has worked out really well. Apparently, I haven't watched WWE anything in forever. Moving on from WWE, yeah, it sucks. He'll probably wind up in AEW, just like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson.
possibly,
I mean, that might reinvigorate wrestling for me a little bit if CM Punk returns to wrestling. You know what I mean? Does he deserve our adulation at this point? Not
what
Daniel.
what is
not
the name of the pay-per-view? Fight for the Fallen?
No. It's at the United Center. I can't remember the name. But Fight for the Fallen is already.
That was the one that just happened.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the next one is what?
Something with family?
Homecoming?
No. United Center.
I'm not sure. Homecoming, a Grand Slam is at
it's Rampage.
Queens.
It's Rampage.
Oh, it's just a Rampage. It's like the Rampage premiere episode.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Which I mean,
that's
can you
like-
imagine the ratings for that?
How much of a rating is it going to pop on a Friday night? Rampage is going to be on.
If he's rumored to be there, goddamn, that thing's going to do 20 million people. I don't. I mean, I never looked back to see, but like I was talking to you about how Paul Heyman came out like in that first event they had in Chicago, and he came out to CM Punk's music, and the fans popped like crazy, and they waited 2 minutes or whatever, and Paul Heyman walked out and said he's not coming back, and then walked back in the back. It was ridiculous, but I mean, you had to think it was in Chicago. It was WWE Raw.
The First Dance. That's what it's going to be called.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the next pay-per-view.
But I knew it had a special name.
But I think if he doesn't show up for that at the United Center in Chicago, I mean, come on. It'd be insane.
What kind of a rating do you hope that they're going to pop? Like, what are they going up against?
What is WWE Raw pulls nothing. SmackDown doesn't even pull that many number. What do they pull? 2 million maybe? If that?
So SmackDown wins every Friday night.
There's nothing else on Friday night.
Yeah, I know.
You
So
know?
what kind of a number? What kind of does it need to have? Does it need to outdraw every Dynamite episode so far in order to be a success?
Well, they're both on TNT, right? So essentially, they're going up
now.
against
Yes,
they're going up against each other, essentially. But
what
I mean,
time is Rampage going to be on?
I think they said 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 p.m. Man, realistically, what are you trying to pull? That I mean, I guess he comes out and like pops a number and then shows up on regular Dynamite the week after.
It's only an hour show, which is weird. But I wonder if what they could probably do is replay Dynamite before. If TNT was willing to do that, you'd probably gain a little bit of people from not being able to watch on Wednesday or whatever. Friday's a little bit different for a lot of people. You know, you can watch things on Friday that you wouldn't normally be able to watch on a Wednesday night. But who the fuck knows? And that does seem like a weird place to put CM Punk if you're going to debut him or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know. I mean, it's hard. I can't even find like ratings like I used to. It used to be a lot easier to find ratings.
Well,
But
usually
the
they're
one website I used to use is not really up anymore. I'm trying to see
usually
like
Wrestling
Friday
Inc. usually has them.
Friday ratings. Yeah, here's yesterday's ratings. They already have the ratings. Okay, so Friday Night SmackDown pulls a 0.5 in the 18 by 49 and about 2 million viewers.
Yeah, it's like I said, 2 million. I mean,
it also is going up against the Olympics right now, so we'll see. But I want to know like cable ratings. Like, what was last week's cable ratings?
um, Impact ratings. There you go. Now that's got to be fun.
But Impact gets more viewers on Twitch than they do on regular TV. I don't even know what channel they're on anymore.
So the June 3rd episode. This is from June 12th. The June 3rd episode of Impact got 143,000 viewers.
Is that TV?
Jesus
That's not
Christ.
bad for TV, or is that including Twitch?
I don't. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that.
All right, I'm looking.
It
I'm
just
trying to
says
Friday. Where are? How come I cannot find like do Friday cable ratings not exist?
Is there anything on TV?
I see
it might be too
Saturday
early.
cable. Here we go. I found it. And now again, a lot of this is probably going to be messed up because of the Olympics. But yeah, the Fox stuff is what draws the highest, but that we're not really counting Fox. But the biggest 18 to 49 was the Olympics and had about 1 million viewers on USA.
Jeez. I've not watched one
This was
single
2 weeks
moment
ago.
of the Olympics.
This was the 16th. No, that can't be this. That can't be right. The Olympics weren't on 2 weeks ago. This is last week. Yeah, Tucker Carlson and Fox News, they bring in like 2 million viewers. So if it brings in 1 million viewers on a Friday night, I think that's a success.
Speaking of Tucker Carlson, do you see that guy yelling at him in the fish bait place or whatever? Calling him an asshole, saying he's ruining our country.
I mean, he's not wrong. Is he wrong?
No, he's not. I just can't picture Tucker Carlson going fishing, though.
Of course he goes fishing. It's like one of those, like he probably like barely has like a $7,000 rod that like reels itself and he calls him fishing.
It's the fish. It's the butt fucker 4,000 of fishing rods.
Fish fucker 4,000.
Fish fucker 4,000. It's got real life bait.
The fish fucker 4,000.
Be a great commercial for Marc and JD.
What, the fish fucker 4,000?
Fish fucker 4,000.
I don't know. I just
not to talk about wrestling, but there's some interesting things happening right now. Wrestling is, I mean, I do like wrestling. I haven't watched a lot of it lately. I'll pop the pay-per-view on because we pay for it at this point. I was let him get.
We're gonna
see if that plays.
It should play.
I don't hear it though. Why is he laughing?
I don't know.
Settle down, son.
Settle down, son.
He doesn't seem like the kind of person that would say son either.
It's great because the guy is white.
Yeah, I know, right?
And like he's just like it looks like his target demo.
It really did.
Like that dude looks like he's Tucker Carlson's target demo, and he's like, "You're the worst person in the world, like the worst."
Yeah, he is the worst person in the world. Him and his that bow tie wearing motherfucker. I hate that guy.
When was the last time he wore a bow tie though?
I don't know.
The clips I've seen lately are regular ties. It's like
no,
because upgraded a little bit.
Because he got made fun of for wearing a fucking bow tie for the last 20 years.
Well, that was his thing. Like, I'm gonna have a bow tie.
I'm gonna look like a grown. I'm gonna go look like a grown-up problem child actor.
I'd much rather see him hog-tied than in a bow tie. Oh, no, Stupid fucking jokes. Welcome to Stupid Fucking Jokes with Marc and JD.
Mark, that was a quintessential dad joke you got there right there.
I guess.
Good job.
I guess. Was it really a dad joke though?
Well, if it was a terrible joke, so yes.
Yeah.
Clearly. Uh, so basically, it's been a pretty busy week because not only did that happen, and not only have these rumors been going around, but also it was the trade deadline, which
Baseball
for
trade
baseball,
deadline.
which I mean, we're not going to get into a huge amount of baseball, but
I'm not going to get into the ups and downs, but there was a lot of trades this year. A lot.
it really
Because
was. Every time I turned around, one popped up. It was crazy.
there is no extra trade waiver trade deadline. So if you wanted to make a trade, it had to be by 4:00 yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Which for people who aren't listening, 4:00 on July 30th to Friday.
Yes.
That was the last trade that you can make. You can't make any more trades this year. There were a lot of movements. There were two teams basically selling everything that wasn't nailed down to the fucking wall.
Yeah, the Cubs and the Nationals pretty much sold every
Which is
single
surprising to me because I didn't think that the Cubs were that bad.
I don't think so either.
I mean, they sold a lot of their talent.
But if you really look at it, the Nationals sold more probably than that at that point.
No doubt. They've thrown in the towel for the next year and a half.
And something that clarifies obviously is that the Dodgers clearly don't think that Trevor Bauer is coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is or not, but
I don't know. I don't know. He can't be perfectly polite platonic friends with anybody anymore.
No, I mean
he's on indefinite suspension.
Yeah, I mean he's getting paid too, isn't he?
I don't know.
Because I mean, technically, he hasn't. There was no charges. I mean, there was charges filed, but he's not in jail.
Not yet.
But
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how that's going to work.
But you could tell that they are moving on from Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, they're moving on from Trevor Bauer. They want to win another championship, essentially.
I mean, can't say I blame them.
I don't know. It's hard to say, it's hard to be like you have so much talent on your team, right? Like the Nationals or the Cubs, and you trade it all away. I get it. A lot of them are going to be free agents next year. It's one thing to trade if you're already a bad team and you don't really think that you're going to be good, like Colorado should have done. They should have sold somebody. Like that was there was no way they're going to compete this year.
Trevor Story not getting traded is kind of laughable to me at this point. They could have gotten a fucking haul for him, probably. Just kind of
right.
At least something,
There's something to be said about baseball trades. Like at any point in baseball, you can come back fast. Teams have done it before. More so, I think, in baseball because the season is so long.
You have to catch up time.
Right. There's a lot of time to catch up. You got internal division. You don't have to wait for free agency to get better. You don't have to wait at the end of the season to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see a turnaround, but like when you trade that much talent around, like, and you got guys you get guys back that aren't due for 2 or 3 years, you're basically throwing in the towel for next season too.
Basically, I mean, I don't know what the Cubs are going to do. They got nothing. Like now, who's there? They traded. Well, they let Schwarber go last year. He went to the Nationals. Then the Nationals traded him to the Red Sox anyway. But they traded Rizzo. They traded Bryant. They traded Kimbrel. They traded Javi Baez to you guys.
They were all free agents.
They're all free agents.
They were preparing that this year was going to be their last year of their title window. That's the new thing this time. Title windows.
But are they far? I mean, are they that far out of it that they can't they wouldn't have been able to make a comeback into this?
Cubs?
Yeah, I don't know what their
standings are this year. Standings, let me see. They're 12 and a half back of the Brewers. So, yeah, they're like 10 games back of a wild card spot. But their problem is pitching. They suck on the road. 19-34, that's awful.
But you got to think though the Brewers going to hit a slump at some point, right?
I don't know. The Brewers have pitching. That's the thing. Like you have a title window of between 3 to 5 years. Okay. So if you want to maximize your chances of winning a championship, you have to win in that title window. That's what happens in this day and age. Now there are some teams that don't have a title window per se. Okay. In other sports too. Wherever Tom Brady goes, there's no window. Apparently, it's ridiculous. The Patriots for how many years? 20 years. That was their title window. Any year they could have won a championship.
Basically.
The Jets had a title window when Rex Ryan was coach. That was it. The Mets had a title window in where they made the World Series in 15, and then 16 and 17 were their best chances, and they kind of threw it away after that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if what did they give up for Javi Baez?
Nobody. Well, no, nobody. A decent player, but they got another pitcher too. They gave away.
They got Trevor Williams times 2.
Well, yeah.
Fucking
They
John
gave away
Heyman having a
guy
stroke.
named Pete Crow Armstrong. It was a second-round pick last year.
Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need anybody.
He had shoulder surgery, so he's way behind. So he's not going to be relevant for years. So to get 60 games out of these two guys, it was well. I'm not complaining about that trade at all. You know, I'm a Mets fan.
Yeah.
But I just feel like what's the Braves window? Is their window is actually for a while because they got everybody under contract.
And they're all very young too, for the most part. I mean, you got
aside
a few
aside
from Freddie, but he's still 31. I mean, he's still young. And he's not signed anymore. He's a free agent after this year.
He's not going anywhere. Let's be
honest. I know, but I'm saying, like, you know, he's not. The window is there. So, but that means everybody has to be healthy. That's the problem. You haven't had a healthy Soroka in 2 years. You know, you have Tuki Toussaint, who's not bad, and you have like some of these younger guys who are really good. Kyle Muller's good. He's got good. You know, he throws the ball 95 miles an hour, but he can't spot it all the time. That's the problem. You know, if you throw a little bit, I mean, I don't want to talk mechanics of baseball, but you know, you can take a little bit off, put a little bit on. You know what I mean?
You have to get lucky with a combination of young talent that is not paid yet and talent that is currently being paid. The Dodgers have that mix. The Padres have that mix.
Yeah, they do.
The Blue Jays have that mix.
I really thought
the Blue Jays are going to be good for years.
I really thought the Padres were going to get Scherzer out of this. I really thought
they all of their prospects are called up. I mean,
true. Yeah, I mean,
or far away.
Their farm team's kind of depleted at this point.
I don't watch enough West Coast baseball to really know what's going on out there.
It's on at 10 o'clock at night.
Right, it's on so late. I only watch when the Mets play on the West Coast. It's hard to keep track of it. So I don't really keep track of too much what's going on. You know, San Francisco is somehow in first place. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But it was very interesting to watch. I mean, I kept refreshing like every 2 minutes on my Twitter just to see, like, it just crazy. And then like stuff sneaks out after the deadline because the trades were agreed on, but nobody reported it.
Nobody posted it.
So it's always exciting. Baseball is the only sport like that. No other sport really has a trade deadline like baseball. In football, they might as well not even have a trade deadline.
Yeah, I don't understand how that works anymore. Like football, I was thinking about that too. There's not a lot of trades in football. At least not that are like, yeah, but at least they're not as mainstream as baseball. Baseball has a deadline day. It's very well, you know, it's on.
You can't trade pitch baseball.
True, which I think is kind of bullshit.
I think it keeps it more fair.
Maybe, but I mean, if you could trade like if you had the 7th pick and you wanted to trade your 7th pick for the second pick, and you could slap together 3rd and 4th picks with those. I mean, you're getting more picks out of it. You don't know what that number 1 pick's going to pan out. How many number 1 picks fizzled? You know,
not as many as you think.
I mean, there's not recently, but lately, 10, 15 years ago, yeah, probably.
Let me see here. List of first. So let's go. How far back do we want to go? Like 1980-ish?
Let's see.
You have a couple guys that didn't really pan out, but that's injury related. But almost every first round pick.
Well, the draft only started. It only started in 1965 anyway.
Yeah, and the Mets had a lot of first overall picks.
Braves drafted Bob Horner.
All right, but so a lot of these guys. Let's go back. 2016 You have to go back. You can't look at the new guys because they really haven't hit the majors yet.
Spencer Torkelson.
Yeah,
That's a great
name.
name. It really is.
But you've got guys like Dansby Swanson. He's on your team.
Yep.
Yep. He didn't sign Carlos Correa, Garrett Cole, Bryce Harper, Steven Strasburg, David Price, Justin Upton, Joe Mauer, Josh Hamilton, A-Rod, Chipper Jones, Ken Griffey Jr. Like, you get almost a guaranteed major league player from a first-round pick in baseball. Very few have never made it.
Chris Benson. I remember Chris Benson.
Chris Benson was a decent pitcher for a long time.
Paul Wilson.
Wilson, they blew his arm out. But I think in football you have a lot more flops, especially
Brian
at number
Taylor.
2.
Who the fuck is Brian Taylor? That name doesn't even ring any bells.
He got hurt. He got hurt in a fight.
Fucking idiots.
Like Shawn Michaels did. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got hurt. Like if they don't make it to the majors or they have a slow go, it's because they got hurt or something happened. In football, though, I feel like it can be really hit or miss.
All right, so I don't want to get stuck on Brian Taylor, but after retiring from baseball, Taylor moved to Raleigh, North Carolina with his 5 daughters and worked as a UPS package handler. And then worked as a beer distributor. By 2006, he had moved back home and was working as a bricklayer with his father. In March 2012, Taylor was charged with cocaine trafficking after undercover narcotics agents purchased a large quantity of cocaine and crack cocaine from him over a period of several months. What the fuck? I think he fizzled out.
Well, let's see. So if you go to football, right?
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, I would say that's definitely different. Brian
Jamarcus Russell, David Carr, Tim Couch, Courtney Brown, Kajana Carter. They're all huge flops. Is Sam Bradford a flop? I think so.
Well, can you really consider David Carr a flop, though? Is it his fault that his team was fucking abysmal? That dude had a fucking rocket for an arm.
He did. He got the yips. He got sacked more than anybody ever in like the first 2 years of his career.
He got sacked.
Is it his fault? No, but they didn't give him what they needed.
He got sacked 76 times in his rookie year. 76.
Is Alex Smith? Alex Smith was almost a bust.
Yeah,
until he got his career turned around. Yeah, Matthew Stafford. For as much as we talk about Stafford, at least in fantasy, he's only been in the Pro Bowl 1 time.
That is kind of surprising, actually.
Jared Goff, he was first overall. How's that? Nobody even wants him anymore.
Which I don't understand.
Baker Mayfield, is he going to be good? Is he good?
Maybe. Is Kyler Murray good?
That was pretty good last year, actually. I don't follow. No, wait. I'm sorry. That was Oklahoma stats.
So it seems to me like defensive players that are drafted first overall tend to be better.
Oh, absolutely.
So
when was the last defensive flop drafted first? Courtney Brown.
I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm going way back.
Yeah,
Courtney Brown back in 2000. I mean, and that,
was
that
he
really
a flop, though?
He was on Cleveland. Can you believe Cleveland was terrible?
Yeah, I don't know if I would consider him a flop though either. I mean, yeah, I guess maybe. He only had 19 sacks.
I think that was shit scouting because in 2000, 2000 there were much better talents out there to go number 1 over Courtney Brown. LeVar Arrington probably should have gone number 1.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
That was the year the Jets had 4 draft picks in the first round. Remember that?
Yeah, Orlando Pace. He wasn't really a flop though. He was good.
No, he was good. He's a tackle. He's not very fancy, but he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Who's Dan Wilkinson? That sounds familiar.
Well, again, Cincinnati in the mid '90s was terrible.
Yeah, but he was good. He had 54 sacks. I mean, he wasn't
terrible. And he had a pretty good year once he was actually a Sports Illustrated All-Pro one year. If you're drafting a defensive guy first overall, chances are you have a decent team surrounding him. You don't usually draft defense because you need a if you suck, you probably need a quarterback.
Probably. I wonder who the quarterback was back then for them. Was it Boomer Esiason?
In the mid '90s.
Yeah, it would have been him,
The
right?
Bengals
Yeah, maybe.
The Bengals in the mid '90s. That's a
Good
I don't
question.
know, man. That's a good. I don't think it was Boomer. Well, he was gone by then. No.
I don't know, but look at the number one pick in 1986, Bo Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, let me look here.
I'm a
Quarterback
huge Bo
Jeff
Jackson
Blake.
fan. Oh my God!
Yeah,
former Jet
Blake.
quarterback, Jeff Blake. Good for him.
I guess they thought he was going to be the future.
I remember going to a Jet practice and he was there and he signed something for me. I have his autograph somewhere. He was supposed to be like the second coming.
I mean, you look at other teams like Cleveland. Cleveland didn't draft a quarterback in 2000 because they had Tim Couch. They thought he was going to be the player.
Mm-hmm.
2006, Mario Williams was first by the Texans. And I believe at that point they had somebody there, right?
David Carr was there, wasn't he?
Nah, at that point he was done.
No, he wasn't. It's 2007. He was there still.
No,
maybe no. He's with Carolina. That's right.
Oh no, he was still there. He was still there in 2006.
2006, yeah, not 2007.
Yeah, he was still there. So that's why they didn't draft a quarterback. The Dolphins.
Oof.
The Dolphins drafted Jake Long. That was a tackle. They wanted to protect whoever they had at quarterback, probably. Who was it? Chad Pennington, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chad Pennington.
Yeah, so they had a quarterback. I get it. You don't draft defense first if you already have a quarterback that you think can win.
When did Sam Bradford retire? I don't not remember that happening.
Yeah, because he stunk.
Well, he's terrible. Yeah, he didn't have. Didn't he have like one
good year? He
year?
Played in 2018 was the last time he played.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I was like, when did that happen? He was the rookie of the year. He was actually, honestly, he wasn't that bad. He was on some shitty teams too. But I mean, he was like his.
No, I don't buy it. He was bad.
I don't know.
Sam Bradford was bad. He was not a good quarterback. He had you can't, in this day and age, you can't have a sub 60% completion rate.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
And then when he left, didn't St. Louis get good?
No. Have they ever been good? Since Kurt Warner was there?
Yeah. Didn't they just make like an NFC championship game?
Yeah, that was with Jared Goff.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But they were stacked with talent, though.
I mean, do we really think that Joe Burrow is going to be really like the one who leads the Cincinnati Bengals to the Super Bowl? Or Kyler Murray, the Arizona Cardinals to the Super Bowl?
Kyler Murray's a Pro Bowler last year.
I know. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like Kyler Murray. I think there's an upside to him.
Do I think that Joe Burrow is going to do it? I don't know. Did he really play? Like, he got hurt, so he didn't really play last year. He was doing pretty good. I mean, yeah, they finished 2-7-1 in his games, but he had almost 3,000 yards passing in 10 games.
True.
More 13-5. It'll be interesting. I didn't watch, to be perfectly 100% honest, I didn't watch any football last year.
Either did I really. I caught a few Jet games.
The first half of the Jets game of week 1, and I was like, I can't do this.
Well, speaking of the Jets, they finally signed our quarterback.
With his hot mom.
After I looked at a few more pictures, you could tell the age. I mean, she's not that old. She's got to be, in her 40s maybe? Because he's only like 18 or 20, right? Or 21?
I spell it right? Zach with an H. Okay.
Zach with an H.
I was getting it wrong.
Yeah, we had a debate about that the other day.
He'd be 22 in a couple days.
Zach Wilson's mom is Lisa Wilson. Zach Wilson tried to pay her to get off social media.
He was almost born in the 2000s. Jesus.
God, we're old.
Yeah.
How old is his mom?
How old is his mom?
Yeah, that's what I
don't know.
Let's see. Well, if he was born in what, 1999?
He was
right?
born in 99. Yeah.
So I'd imagine she's probably like in her late 30s, right?
I'm looking
Maybe
here.
44 or something like that. Can't find it. I feel creepy just looking for it.
Married to husband Mike since 1997. That's all I found.
So, I mean, predominantly you get married what when you're 25.
I
So
guess.
maybe
I don't
she's
know.
maybe
48.
really
48.
really
Yeah.
good for her. Good for her. Damn.
So let's see. If he's 21, she was 27 when she had him.
Damn. Imagine her going to his like football practices. Could you imagine?
I don't know.
When he was
Fucking
like
Mormon.
12.
Fucking
They seem
Mormons, man.
they seem somewhat normal though, so I don't know.
Do they, or do they just put a good show on?
I don't know. We'll
Her
find out if he's
Instagram isn't very racy.
no. But I mean maybe she was getting a little outspoken about things, and that's when he told her to tone it back because she was being stupid about it. Like he's in the NFL now, he's not a fucking college quarterback, so kind of mind what you say. She's a little mouthy apparently.
Mouthy, yeah.
I haven't heard anything about his dad. I only ever hear about his mom.
Well, I mean, obviously, nobody cares really about quarterbacks' dads unless they're already famous. You never really hear about that. Like, of course, with Peyton and Eli, you heard about it all the time.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you don't really hear about parents that much,
And you got
unless they were a previous athlete.
you got what his nephew, Peyton's nephew or their nephew coming up in high school. One of the top rated quarterbacks or football players. I don't know what position he plays.
He's part Hawaiian on his dad's side.
Who? Zach Wilson?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I don't like the headband. I could do without the headband. The headband kind of thing kind of annoys me. That's such
I get it.
That's like a millennial thing. Well, you also wear a headband.
Well, I have long hair.
It's weird. I don't have much hair on the top anymore.
I did get a cut out of it, so it's not as long as it was.
I'm
But yeah,
due.
I mean, I get the headband. Of course, there was the whole thing when I bought headbands a couple months ago, and they were too small for my giant head. They fucking hurt my head. It's like squeezing my head. And
You do have like a watermelon.
and the missus is like, you did read the size, right? It's just one size fits all. Except for Mark's giant fucking head and Charlie Kirk giant head too.
Charlie Kirk and Matt Gates' pompadour will not fit in that.
But yeah, I put in a return with like did not size, and Amazon's like, well, you don't need to send them back, just keep them. So I have them still, and
Yeah,
like I've been stretching them out. Like I just keep them like around large things, like watermelon, keep it on the watermelon, stretch that shit out.
You gotta put it out like
eventually it'll be one size fits all.
Yeah, eventually it'll fit your giant fucking head.
Eventually it'll fit my giant head without hurting.
So did you see? I sent you that article before. I guess we got on here about the woman who let her 12-year-old daughter get impregnated by a 24-year-old. Now they're both in jail.
The daughter or the 24-year-old?
The 24, they're both in jail. The mom and the 24-year-old are both going to jail. But what really caught me about the story was the mother's eyebrows were the darkest things I've ever seen in my entire life, and drawn on. Oh my god, they're fucking fucking terrifying. Look at those fucking. Oh my god, they go so low.
Look at those things.
He's got fucking huge eyebrows too. He looks like a fucking. They look like
caterpillars. They are totally drawn on. Look at those things.
Oh, what they go so low? Why do they go so far down?
I don't know, but she reminded me of Dracula in Hotel Transylvania.
I mean, we're laughing about something.
That was my first. Like that looks like Dracula in Hotel Transylvania.
I mean, we're laughing about something very shitty. Don't get me wrong, but it's.
I'm not laughing about the situation. The situation is sad.
It's very sad because that girl's life is probably ruined unless she gives that baby up for adoption. But she's only 12. It's fucking terrible. But her eyebrows are worse because you can kind of see like that she drew them over her other actual eyebrows. They're not even drawn on good. They're terrible. It's fucking horrendous.
It is.
That's the
I don't
face I made.
know.
That's the face I made when I saw him.
Which one's better? Who's got better eyebrows? You know?
Fucking horrendous. Holy shit.
I
think I'm gonna give it to Dracula.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Dracula gets it. I don't know, but yeah.
Oh no,
so
go away, Dracula. Go away. So I was on vacation last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. You went to good old Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
Beach.
It's pretty nice. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. It's a lot of mini golf. A lot of mini golf down there.
Something else to do except for go to the beach.
Well, there's plenty of other stuff to do. They have, the beach. They have a boardwalk. They have this whole tourist area and stuff there.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of mini golf. But also what I noticed is they don't seem to have you know how tall a stair is, right? When you're walking, stairs are about the same height. They're predominantly the same height. Yes. And not in Myrtle Beach. There were stairs of all different heights, and it's real tall, real small. And I'm like, what is going on? I shouldn't have to look when I'm going up and down things, but I really had to look. I was like, the last thing I want to do is sprain my fucking ankle.
Again.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first, second, third, fourth, fifth time. It's been a lot of times since I sprained my ankle. But I was just like, man, what is going on here? And then the beach is actually kind of nice. I'm not really a beach person.
Beaches are nice there, yeah.
I'm not really a big beach person. But the beach there was nice. The sand is pretty all right, except for a few parts. Man, my hair is all fucked up. Except for a few parts. It's really rocky. Fucking hair is terrible. It's really rocky in places, but once you get past the rockiness, it's nice.
I like beaches. I would like beaches even more if there was no sand. So basically, I just like pools.
What? I would like beaches if they had. That's what makes it a beach.
I know, but what I'm saying, I don't mind beaches. I like the ocean. I do. I love going swimming in the ocean, but I don't particularly care for sand. So I'm more of a pool guy. But I don't mind going to the beach. I mean, I could deal with it if I had to. We went to the beach.
Fireworks on the beach at 11 o'clock at night. 11:30. I'm like, you fucking assholes. Do you really need to shoot your little fucking pea shooter fireworks right on the beach next to all the fucking hotels? And one night a cop came out and watched them do it and didn't do anything about it. They're it's illegal, god damn it.
Is it actually illegal though?
Yes, it's illegal to fire fireworks, period, in Myrtle Beach.
You looked that up when you were
Yes, I looked it up. There was a number to call.
Oh my god. So you were the one who I was going to say, you call the cop and they came out and didn't do anything about it anyway.
No, I wasn't me. I didn't call them. They were there, but driving down was just a pain in the ass. It's a long drive. Yeah, but good times. We played a lot of mini golf. I think we played six courses.
Jesus Christ.
Kid loves mini golf, man.
There's nothing wrong. I like mini golf. I haven't played it in a while, but there's not one out here anyway, I don't think.
There's got to be a mini golf. There's mini golf everywhere.
I don't think so. Maybe in Charlotte. Mini golf near me.
I was kind of in your air near you a little bit. I was still an hour east of you on the way back. We took a different way back.
Yeah. Well, you said you were going to Virginia or something, right?
Yeah, we took a different way back to go through a different part of Virginia to go to a pinball museum. The kid loves pinball. And there was a place in Virginia that has 40 tables. 40 pinball tables. You pay $12, you get to play for 2 hours as much as you want. It's well worth it.
That is well worth it. $12.
It's hard to find that many tables in one spot.
True.
If you like pinball. Which he likes pinball.
Going back, we talked about this a little bit about you tried to order pizza or something, right?
I didn't try to order pizza.
No, they put a
they put shit under your door. I completely forgot until you brought it up.
So so I was like, yes, they do that because they did it to us when we stayed there. We only stayed there for 3 nights or something like that, or 2 nights, and we went on a Friday.
They don't have an address.
No. So this is the thing. This is what happened. So we went to Myrtle Beach. We stayed at whatever.
Sorry, that was me hitting the thing there.
I thought you were playing music. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It was
I
loud
hit
as shit.
my microphone thing here.
So we stayed at this hotel.
Bong.
It wasn't a bad hotel. It was fine, and we there was a bar in the hotel, so we actually ate and drank there a lot. It was just fine, and we went out to eat, went to different shops, and went to the beach and whatever. But I mean, one night we were like, all right, let's just order a pizza or something because somebody had slipped something under the door, and we looked at this flyer or whatever, and this actually was a menu, sort of. I mean, predominantly. I'm like, she's like, just order pepperoni pizza or whatever, bring it back. And I'm like, okay, so I call this. It was the weirdest fucking thing ever. The person on the phone was like, yeah. I'm like, what? Like, you're supposed to be a pizza place. I'm like, hey, can I order a pizza? Yeah, what do you want? I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? So I order a pizza. Dude, we get this pizza delivered. It was probably like an hour. I'm like, where the fuck is this pizza? Like, it's like whatever. It's like a Saturday night probably or something like that. Which, I mean, I guess it might be busy out there in the summertime, which I would imagine.
Did you pay like in advance or it just?
I think we had cash. So I think I paid cash when they got there. But so we got this pizza. It was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. It was disgusting.
I can't believe you didn't like look it up or anything. I would never. Ever.
We tried. So like the name of the pizza place was like, I honestly one day I think it came up on my Facebook memories where I had bashed this pizza place on their Facebook page.
They change their names all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So they're, oh, this isn't us. You guys, you were mistaken. I'm like, no, pretty sure the number matches and everything else. This was you. You guys are fucking shysters. Yeah. It was so fucking weird. Like, who does that?
Like, I was looking at the menu and I'm like, there's no address on this place. And the two of them, there was more than one. There were two different places. I'm like, there's no address on this place. How would you even know? Like, you can't look up reviews. I would never order a place. Yeah. Like in a different city that I'm visiting without looking at least one or two reviews. So I Google it. I can't find nothing by the name. I Google the phone number and I finally found shit on TripAdvisor. And they were like, usually you'll have like, at least one decent review. Every review was like, this is the worst place ever. It was unbelievable.
It's funny how some of these places are still open down there though.
They can't. They're supposed to. It's illegal to stick things under the hotel. I did a whole bunch of research on it because at night, what am I supposed to do?
But yeah, there's though like there's no they like hide. They run into the buildings and they drop your shit off and they run out because they're not even supposed to do it. They're supposed to go to the front desk and like have you come down and get it or get permission to go up there. But instead they just run in there and do it.
DoorDash, like there's no reason to be ordering from sketchy places like that.
No. So I self-admittedly made a mistake ordering that pizza, but we were drunk and it was stupid, but it was terrible. Worst. I think we had like maybe 2 slices each and we just left the fucking pizza there.
I would have just thrown it out the window.
It was fucking garbage. It was so bad.
I mean, I've seen that before. Like I've stayed in places in Florida and stuff like that, and you see it. But I've never actually ordered from it, or it's like Pizza Hut, like it's a legit place, and they probably have approval to do something like that.
Where we were at, there was nothing there. Like there was nothing really locally. We were like on the beach, so there was nothing really local there. You had to like drive a little bit to get to wherever. Like we went to Cheeseburger Paradise when we were there or whatever, because there was one like it was. I don't know.
Margaritaville.
I don't know if it was like brand new, but we were pretty close. We were in close proximity to like the outlets and stuff over there. So I took her to the outlets when we were there and stuff like that. So I mean, it was just a weird. I don't like Myrtle Beach. I just don't care for it. I don't care for the touristy town shit, like the neon lights everywhere. It was like very strange to me. Florida is not really like that. Not at least where I stayed. Not where I go.
I found it.
Found what?
I found the place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found the place here. So let's do this here. It's Pizza Party New York style pizza.
Oh my god, it looks terrible.
There's that flyer that we got because at the time right now it's Pizzarito.
Oh my god, it's not even the same name.
Like right, it's because they had to change all the time. That's exactly the flyer that we got. See, they've also had this one. It's got the same phone number, 6967. So you get like the special and whatnot. These reviews are absolute worst pizza ever. The worst wings in Myrtle Beach. Do not order from here. Don't order this pizza. Unprofessional and rude. Stop. Go to Domino's. Nasty as hell. Changed name. Terrible. I mean, like, unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what they do, though. They just change their name.
Change name. They're not really a place. They're probably just some dude in, like, an oven.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it could be. Fucking horrible.
So,
I would never.
The prices look like they're pretty decent. Look. Oh, okay. It's extra large, one topping pizza with 8 wings or an appetizer for $19. Sure, that sounds like a deal until you get it and it realizes like you got like 18 cents worth of food.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fucking terrible. Do they have pictures of the food on here?
Pictures of, yeah, there we go. Look at it's a frozen pizza.
That is a frozen pizza.
That is a frozen pizza.
That is fucking terrible. Like, the one I got wasn't a frozen pizza. It was just very poorly made.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just thought it was funny that they do that. And there's a restaurant in the hotel.
Yeah.
I could see doing that in a hotel that didn't have a restaurant like in it. But like to do that in a hotel that had a restaurant, like that just didn't sound silly.
Well, you have to think too, it's a party town. Myrtle Beach is predominantly a party town. People go to there to get drunk and hang out.
Depends on the part of the beach that you're at, but yeah.
True. So, but I mean, like the place we went to had a restaurant in or whatever, but you found those under the door. And it wasn't just, I want to say it was probably just a pizza place. It might have been 2, but the one
I had 2. There was another one, but I couldn't find any info on that one.
That's when you just call fucking Domino's or something.
It's always pizza too, by the way. It's never anything else.
Because pizza's easy to make.
See, but so are tacos.
Yeah, true. I'd take tacos.
I could just throw, you know what I mean? Oh, tacos. Beef, just throw fucking a little bit of beef in a taco. Boom, done.
Boom, done. Boom, no done. Cheese, no lettuce. Boom, done.
Boom, done. Here you go. You want a taco? Here's your fucking taco.
The name of this episode is Marc and JD's fake pizza place. It's just
Pizzarito.
Pizzaritos.
Yeah.
What a terrible name for a pizza place.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And also, I noticed, and I tweeted about it, but I didn't get a lot of traction. But if you have to, the only places that should have food in their name is like New York style pizza, Philly cheesesteak. Okay, that's a thing. If you have to call like a Chicago dog, I don't really feel like that's a thing.
No.
Or Skyline Chili is also kind of gross.
So there's a place in Cape Coral where I used to live and plan to live in the future. That's called Pete's Fish and Chips, and it's like this British place that sells, fish and chips. Like, right. But the chips aren't chips; they're French fries. But it's like it has a big British flag on the front of the fucking building, and what it is.
But also, if it was so good, like it would spread everywhere.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like New York style pizza, you can find New York style pizza everywhere.
Pretty much, yeah.
You can find a Philly cheesesteak almost anywhere. You're not going to find a Chicago hot dog outside of Chicago.
No, Chicago hot dogs are weird.
They are weird, but that's what I'm saying. Like they haven't. They're not a food, a place of food with the name that's been transported all over.
No, I mean they have Chicago pizza in Cape Coral. Chicago pizza. And they make Chicago style. Yeah. A Chicago style pizza.
It's not pizza.
So what's really weird is
casserole.
I digress from we're sticking to the pizza story here. But my parents, my dad has always made pizza English muffins.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's like a normal thing.
It's an English muffin, toasted, put a little sauce, a little bit of cheese, maybe a pepperoni or 2. Done. It's a quick little snack or even dinner.
So I usually do I do a little more extravagant with it because I'm a little weird.
Whoa! You make the cheese yourself?
No. Yes, I have the cow out back. I milk it for free.
Oh shit!
But no, I'll get I'll do olive oil on them. I'll toast them in the oven a little bit. But I do mine cheese first because I like sauce on top.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
I'm a sauce
on top guy. Pizza and Albert's Pizza back in Farmingdale. They used to do the sauce on top, and I was like, "What is this? What is the cheese? Who does it like this? This is so weird."
That's fucking grandma slice,
I think cheese on top is like how it's supposed to be. How do you put sauce on top?
I just like the way it tastes. I don't know. That's how I eat my English muffin pizzas. My kid was like, ew. I'm like, yeah. That's why I make it, because nobody else will eat it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Tweet at us. Send us your opinions on this. Cheese on top, sauce on top. I want to know. How do you put your pizza? So what do you want?
So here's the problem. This is why I do it. When you do a sauce on an English muffin, it gets soggy as shit. So I don't like it soggy. I like my shit
You're
crispy.
supposed to toast it a little bit first.
I do that. It still doesn't matter because it soaks into all those nooks and crannies and shit. Okay.
You're supposed to toast it a little bit first and then
I
put it
did.
in.
It still soaks into the nooks and crannies. You put butter on an English muffin, it still gets soft.
I mean, how? Not really. I mean, how?
I mean, it gets softer. I mean, it's still crispy, but I mean, the inside of the English muffin is soft.
Wait, is it only an English muffin that you want to do that with, or like you want all pizza to be like that?
Well, no, I can eat regular pizza. I like regular pizza. Although we had Hungry Howie's the other night, it was fucking terrible.
I saw that there. I'd never had it.
It was okay. I mean, we've got it in the past. It's not been bad, but this time it was just fucking abysmal.
Fucking
Holy shit.
abysmal.
Oh, abysmal.
Cheese
It's
or
a
sauce on top?
sauce. Definitely sauce.
Cheese. What did I say?
Really only on, you want cheese on top, but really only on English muffin pizzas. But I do love a good grandma slice. But
Do
they
you
don't make
like
it
a
anywhere.
place? Do you like a place that does the toppings underneath the cheese, or the toppings got to go on top of the cheese?
I like the toppings on top, but it depends on the toppings. Because like if you put like beef or meatballs on the top of a pizza, they fall right off. So you got to put them underneath a little bit. You got to put the cheese.
I mean,
got to do it together.
I like a good meatball pizza, but when you order a meatball pizza, and I don't know if it's just this area, like from Pizza Hut, I get a fucking meatball on the pizza.
Yeah.
But around here, I get like slices of meatball on a pizza. What is that?
That's a
Why
Pennsylvania
are you
thing.
slicing the meatball?
That's a Pennsylvania thing. Here you get little tiny meatballs. That's pretty fucking
give me
good.
a fucking meatball. What's up with that? I don't understand. But one time, that reminded me of a story. One time I was in Connecticut visiting relatives, and they live right on the fucking border of Rhode Island. And you don't even know when you're in Rhode Island a lot of times, but there's this pizza joint like on a lake right in the middle of the fucking woods in Rhode Island. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's called like Pizza King or something. Side note, best wings I've ever had in my life. I don't usually like bone-in wings, but they had some of the best bone-in wings I've ever eaten. But I ordered a meatball sub, and they had like giant meatballs that they cut and then put on the sub. And I've never seen any other place in the world do that. But the meatballs were like huge, like a softball, and they cut them so they could lay it on like, you know, like a sandwich meat on the sub. And I'm like, so weird. Just put the meatball on there, or make small. Because they didn't want to make smaller meatballs.
So this place you're talking about has what I love to call grinders. They're grinders. They're
sandwiches.
Yeah, they do the whole sandwich. They put it in the oven, but they have it like standing up, so everything melts or whatever. That's what it's a grinder. But a lot of places don't call them that. It's just like a toasted sub or whatever. Use the fucking grinder.
We call them heroes. I mean, we're from New York, so we call them heroes.
They're heroes, yeah. But I like the term grinder. I like the term grinder because it makes me think of something else. Fucking weird.
Like a meat grinder?
Never mind.
All right.
I was going to share this. Hang on a second. I can't. I'm not allowed. Oh, yeah, I can.
You're
never mind.
Allowed. Why not?
Yeah,
I have to share it. You'd have to send it to me. I got a message. Oh, you can share. Look at that. Let's turn it on. Oh, look at that.
See? Locations and hours. I wonder if I can I scroll? Is it scrolling?
I don't see it. Yeah, there it goes. It's just slow. Because your
Welcome to
computer is
Pizza
slow.
King.
Where is this place?
This is in Warwick, Rhode Island.
Yeah. No. This is a different one. This is not the pizza. No.
Oh, sorry.
It's not in Warwick, because that's a major city.
Oh, okay. I don't fucking if I know about anything about Rhode Island.
Warwick is like one of the Warwick and Providence. It's like the only places.
Well, I know Providence. I never heard of Warwick.
Sorry, I didn't realize you're not a New Englander.
Never in my lifetime would I be a New Englander. Fuck that place. Fucking winters. It's like living in upstate New York.
Okay, I found it. It's actually technically in Connecticut, but I had to go through Rhode Island, I guess, to get there. I did find it though. It's like right on the fucking border. But the way we drove to get there, I was through Rhode Island. I always think that's funky.
It is kind of weird. You have to drive around something to get to something, or drive through something to get somewhere. But it is what it is.
I always find it funny when you're driving. Like, well, if you're from Long Island, like we are, if you wanted to go to upstate New York, you don't drive through New York. You drive through New Jersey and Pennsylvania. That's the quickest way to get up to like Buffalo and shit.
Yeah, because of the turnpikes. It's weird.
It's just a straight shot. Strange. You're instead of like going diagonal, you're going left and then up.
Mm-hmm. Driving through New Jersey sucks
Fuck
too.
New Jersey. Fuck New Jersey.
Yeah. Jersey's
the Fuck New Jersey podcast brought to you by Marc and JD. Next episode, we talk about fuck New Jersey. And it's just us saying fuck New Jersey and the podcast ends.
Well, speaking of New Jersey, they started, what are they filming? Clerks 3.
Yes.
Here shortly.
Clerks 3. I don't know if I'm excited about it or not. I mean, Jay and Silent Bob, what was it?
The reboot was good.
Okay.
It was good. I liked it.
We'll see how Clerks 3 goes. If the story is good, then the story's good. Kevin Smith has not really done... He hasn't done like a Kevin Smith movie in 20 years.
I know.
Oh, I take it back. 15 years.
The reboot was pretty recent. That
I
was
know, but it didn't really feel like a Kevin Smith movie, like a Clerks or a Chasing Amy or a Mallrats. Jay and Silent Bob was always a goofy.
I need a new one of those.
New one of what?
Why is he going back to the well? Why is he going back to the well? Why can't he create something new?
He probably...
he's obviously talented enough to write whatever the hell he wants to write.
I mean, he's been doing the horror movies and shit. But I think it was after the whole heart attack thing where he kind of like, he's like, I probably should close the story. Almost everything, if you have 2, you have to have a third one. How many things stopped at 2?
That's a good point.
How many movies that have had a sequel of
how many things have sequels that don't have?
I don't know. Well, Ghostbusters only had 2.
How many sequels don't have a third? Well, that's true, but yeah, I mean, I think they were going to make a third one, and the story was really bad, from what I remember hearing about it.
Right. So, like Quiet Place 2, they make a third one, probably.
Maybe. I never saw Quiet Place.
I had to find a list of how many movies to stop. I can't think of any that stopped at 2. God, it's making me really think.
Yes, Quiet Place 3 is coming out March 2023.
Right. So, I mean, that's a new movie, too. So, but they had to give it time. So, what movie that has a 2 doesn't have a 3? Does anybody have any idea out there?
Sequels that don't have a third. 26 movie sequels that should never have happened. That's not really...
No, I can't. I was Googling it, too, and I couldn't find a good list. I'm trying to think... Well, Top Gun 2 is coming out. It took 30 years to make a sequel. Bill and Ted got a third one.
Yeah, true.
I feel like there's not really many. But maybe
I think you just have to look. I think you have to look.
One sequel.
I think you have to look at. Gremlins.
There's no Gremlins 3. Gremlins, though, right?
Yeah, but it's not attached to it. I don't think.
Okay, so here's the list here. Grease. It's, Kill Bill. That's 3. Not really 2 movies though. Bad Boys was on this list, but they made a third one.
Mm-hmm.
Kick Ass only has 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, Caddyshack only has 2, but the second one was so bad. Airplane only has 2.
Yeah, that's not worth.
Speed only has 2, but again, the second ones in these are terrible. Hellboy 2. National Treasure only has 2, but they've been trying to make a third one forever. Sin City has 2.
Yeah, I did hear that.
The Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. There's only 2 of those. But a lot of these don't count. They're making a third one. Saturday Night Fever, there was a sequel, but that doesn't really count. Bruce Almighty, Evan Almighty is not really a sequel. Like, come on. The Fugitive, the sequel is U.S. Marshal. Yeah, that's not a sequel. The Fantastic Four.
They are making a third Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were. Fantastic Four, the one from the mid-2000s. But that was a terrible second movie, so we don't count that. Mortal Kombat, again, the second one was terrible. Ace Ventura only has 2.
There's no third Deuce Bigelow.
There's a second? Oh, yeah, I guess there is a second one. Addams Family, there's only 2. Escape from New York, there's only 2, although they've been trying to talk about a third one for ages.
There's only 2 grown-ups.
There's only 2 Trons. Whoa.
There's only 2 Teen Wolves, but there's a sequel TV show, I guess. Technically.
Hot Shots.
Problem Child 2. I think there might have been some direct-to-video.
Nope, there's a Problem Child 3.
Is it direct-to-video?
I think so.
Yeah.
But like none of these are like, I'm talking like big movies. Scooby-Doo, there's only 2. Okay. Princess Diaries, only 2. I'm looking.
There's only 2 masks. Son of the Mask and
the Son of the Mask doesn't count. Okay, that's fucking hot trash.
There's a Basic Instinct too.
Again, trash.
Ooh, there is actually a Major League 3.
Yeah. Is there a
That's
second?
Actually not a bad.
Is there a second movie. Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Yes, I think so.
Oh man. Hot Tub Time Machine.
Terrible.
Horrible Bosses. I guess none of these are like, oh my god, you know. And that's not even to say that there's not going to be a third one coming out. I believe Gremlins 3 is like being made, by the way. So they're making a TV show.
Yeah, I did hear that. No, you think about it.
So a lot of these have like other TV shows or spin-offs or something involved, or the sequel isn't really like a sequel. Like American Graffiti has a sequel. But it's not really a sequel. Too. 2001: A Space Odyssey has a sequel. It's not really a sequel. It's not the same.
Remember they made a sequel to The Whole 9 Yards?
Yes. The Whole 10 Yards.
That was a terrible fucking movie.
There's a sequel to Chinatown,
the first one was
too.
pretty good. Ugh.
Not called
There's
Chinatown.
Highlander 2.
Was Highlander 8000.
Highlander 3, 4.
I actually believe that Highlander 2 is the one they pretend doesn't even exist.
Highlander 2 is pretty fucking bad.
Under Siege, there's 2 of those.
The Quickening. That's the one with Sean Connery, too, which is sad. He plays a Spanish conquistador.
He's in the first one.
Is he?
Yes.
He's in the second one, too.
Yeah. Young Guns?
I guess. Yeah. That didn't really need a sequel.
Shanghai. They made third Shanghai Noon movie, I think.
Did they?
I thought they did. Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights, right?
They made 2.
Did they make a third one?
No. Just 2.
Was it Rush Hour? No, Rush Hour 3 came out pretty soon after the other ones. What am I thinking of?
Rush Hour 3 came out.
Was there a Rush Hour 4?
No. I thought they were going to make one.
Shanghai Dawn. They meant to make it, but they never did.
Yeah, they wanted to make a Rush Hour 4, but they could never get it off the ground, apparently. Is Rush Hour 3 worth watching?
Not bad. I mean, I've seen worse. But there was a big period of... There was 6 years between movies. So, yeah, there was a big chunk there.
It's rated 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, but the first 2 were only 60 and 52%. So...
Yeah, I guess that's true.
The Metacritic on 2 is 48 and on 3 was 44. So, there's really not that much of a difference there. Anyway, let's wrap this up because we're over an hour here. So... Remember, don't order from pizza places that slip their shit under the door, okay? They don't have an address. Don't order from them, period. Okay?
Correct. Do not do it.
Don't do it.
Bad idea.
Fuck WWE. Yeah, just fuck.
Good luck, Bray Wyatt. Or Mike Rotunda, or whatever your name is. What was his name? Wyndham Rotunda?
Yeah, Wyndham Rotunda. Stupid name. Whatever. Fuck New Jersey. Marc and JD we're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're on all of them there. And if you want to listen to the podcast, give us a sub on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, whatever. What is it called? I never remember.
And search for us on Pandora. Search for us on YouTube if you want to watch on YouTube. Yeah,
Pandora. We're on a lot of different things. Amazon Music. We're everywhere. Everywhere. So yeah, I just changed podcast host. We're no longer on Podbean, so don't go to our Podbean page anymore. So make sure you subscribe to us in an actual podcast site.
I have to change the profiles for everything now, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you the link tree that I have, the pod link.
Okay. All right, guys. It's been fun. Saturday podcast.
Saturday.
I'm not even drunk yet. This is sad.
I'm drinking 7-Up. So,
I was drinking some Pepsi Max. Yeah, I can't drink 7-Up. Ugh. Not a fan. All right, guys.
Yeah, all right, guys. All right, guys. Goodbye.
All right, guys. Goodbye.